Welcome back to the Blacksheep channel. We have a bonus video for you today. We have a gun unboxing review, not a review yet, just an unboxing video, but a gun that I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time. So, the Canik TP-9 DA. If you haven't heard about the Canik line of pistols, they're a line of pistols that are made in Turkey. So already some of you are typing in the comment section probably about Turkish guns. I can understand that. I'm not going to get into the politics of Turkey. This is not a political channel. This channel tries to stick with just gear reviews, okay? So gear reviews, gun review videos, survival and prepping gear reviews, that's what I try to stick to. So I was trying to stay out of politics. Let's not get into that. However, if you haven't been in the firearms community for the last few years and you haven't heard about Caniks, I don't know how you missed it, because these things have taken the firearms world by storm. Because I think primarily they're just, first of all, let's give you a little bit of background on Canik. We pronounce it Canik here in the United States. I believe in Turkey it's pronounced Janik, and it refers to a region in Turkey. Okay, there's a middle of the country kind of thing up towards the middle of the country, up in the top is the region of Janik. It's pronounced there Canik. I assume this company is named after the region. So if you had a country like, let's say you're in the United States, where I am, and a region of your country, say Texas, came up with a gun called the Texas Guns, it would probably have to be a source of national pride, I would think, for your country. I don't know, maybe that's why, but these things have a lot of quality packed in to very little money, which is why they've been on my radar. First of all, let's verify this thing is YouTube safe. We are empty and clear, okay? And let's talk about the Canik TP-9 DA. First of all, as you saw, they took it out of the box. It comes with a holster, okay? This is a neat level 2 retention holster. They call it a slide lock. They've got a patent on it. I'm not ignoring the holster in this video. Well, yes, I'm ignoring the holster in this video primarily. We're going to do a whole video on this holster, okay? So there's the holster it comes with. Let's get to the gun. Let's finish out the box. Spare magazine. These are 18-round magazines, so 18 plus 1 capacity. You've got your trigger lock mechanism. You have a loading tool, which is nice for an 18-round magazine included. You have a additional palm swell, if I can get it out of there with my old man fingers. There. An additional palm swell that you can put in the back. Looks like it's a little bit more swollen than this one. And the tool to help you punch out the pin to do that is right here. In the top, we have the other part of the holster, the rotomolded holster that works on your belt clip. This is not, looks like a paddle, doesn't it? Not a paddle holster, that goes on your belt clip. We will cover that in the holster section on the video that I'm going to dedicate just to the holster. Then you got your owner's manual in there, good owner's manual, join the NRA today, and a cleaning rod and brush. It is all nicely set into the case, however, you know, as far as the foam goes. A lot of higher end guns don't come in such a nice lockable hard case like that. So let's get down to the gun. What makes this gun so special? 18 plus 1 rounds is pretty awesome. The slide and the barrel are both nitrited, very nice coating for long lasting and some lubricity. This is a striker fired pistol, okay? And it also has a decocker. That's what makes this particular pistol kind of unique. Let's get into the decocker a little bit on this, all right? In order to do that, I'm going to load a couple of snap caps into the magazine. Snap caps are nothing more than dummy rounds, okay? Used for practice and training. These particular ones are A-Zoom snap caps, 9mm Lugers. Came in a 5-pack. I got them at, looks like, Williams Gun Sight for about 16 bucks. Must have been some years ago, probably more than that today. Okay, so I'm putting 2 dummy round snap caps in the magazine, and we're going to chamber one of them. That's so you can do 2 things. I'm going to show you, we've got a cocking indicator on the back. See that red pops up when it's cocked? Okay. There is no chamber loaded indicator on this particular pistol. Some of the other models do have a chamber loaded indicator. This one does not. I'm skipping off the Warren sights right off the bat. I'm right out of these sights on the top are Warren Tactical Combat sights, blacked out in the rear, dot in the front. Really slick. Let's get to that decocker, okay? We're cocked, and I have a dummy round in the chamber. I hit the decocker. There is a model of Canik that they made first. I think their very first model, the TP-9 SA, had a decocker that was ambidextrous. It was on both sides of the slide. I think initially it was offered in like a faded dark earth, and the decocker portion of it was even a different color black, so it highlighted it. That particular model, that decocker, was made for disassembly. When you decock that particular model, it gave you a dead trigger. This is not that model. Actually, when I first saw this in the store, I thought it was that model. It is not. This is the DA. That was an SA version, TP-9 SA, not to get you too confused. So this is a newer model. I've decocked it, and instead of a dead trigger, I still have a long double action trigger pull. Boom. It's about a 12 pound. It's about a 12 pound double action trigger pull. If some of you remember the SIGs of old, kind of like that. So, it also has double strike capability, if that's important to you. See, hit her again. What that means is, if you squeeze the trigger and the round doesn't go off, sometimes that's due to what's called a light primer strike, meaning that the firing pin hit the back of the bullet, hit the primer, but didn't hit it hard enough to make the primer go off. They call that a light primer strike. A lot of instructors will teach you to rack, what do they call it? Rack, slap, and bang. Anyway, what they teach you to do is empty that round out of there, rack the slide out, get that round out of there that didn't fire, tap, rack, and bang. That's it. Tap, rack, and bang. And then your second shot would fire. Now we're back in single action mode because I hit that rack the slide. So let me show you this trigger. You've got a Glock style trigger with a blade in the front for safety, okay? And then the single action trigger can actually be staged. Look at that. It clicks right there, and you can stage that trigger right there if you want. And now let's take you back to the wall. It's right about here, and then there's a crisp break. Boom. You're all the way to the back of the trigger guard when that thing breaks, but let me show you the reset as we get this round out of here. Good catch, Blair. Good catch. Yep, thank you. Rolling all over here. Okay. So let's show you the reset, okay? Right there. And then boom, you're back at it. So the first time I picked up one of these Canik models, it was not this model, it was one of the SAs, and I felt the trigger and fell in love. The other reason you're falling in love, all these features that this pistol comes with, 18 round capacity, striker fire, Warren tactical sights, holster included, blah, 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 blah. Your MSRP on this baby is $379. $379. Now, let me show you one more thing. We're talking about the double action, single action. One of the other things, because I was worried that this was one of the ones where if it fell on a dead trigger, right, the decocker. So now we got our dummy round back in there, okay? We're in single action mode, that sleek single action mode. I can even stage the trigger if I want to. Boom, this trigger is staged, okay? Now my target's gone away and I want to reholster this, okay? So let's put her back in decock. We're in double action mode now. I can put her back in my holster and away we go, all right? What if I want that single action trigger back, but I don't want to eject my round? Pull it back 1/4 of an inch. Pull that slide back 1/4 of an inch. I didn't eject the round, you notice that. And I'm back to single action. Back to that beautiful single action mode again. All I had to do was pull it back about 1/4 of an inch. And this is the double action. The TP-9 DA, not the SA. This is going to be my first Canik of many. We're going to put it in the rotation. We're going to fire the heck out of it. Then we're going to do some reviews on its reliability, accuracy, all that stuff at the range. What did I miss? Slide like retention holster, barrel and slide nitride finished. It's a 4.7-inch barrel. Sorry, I didn't give you the specs on the thing. I skipped right over the specs. This pistol's got me excited. So a 4.7-inch barrel, the double action trigger. The action inside here is nickel plated, which makes it smoother, okay? Warren tactical sights I mentioned. The mag release is ambidextrous and reversible. Comes with the 2 megs loader, $379 I mentioned. It is 7.16 inches in length, okay, and 5.7 inches in height, 1.3 inches in width, okay, and it's 1.74 pounds unloaded, okay. So it's a step down from their big full size SAs and SFs in the slide, but the grip is about the same size. So you got a slightly shorter barrel than the SF or the SA, as I understand it. So takedown, 2 buttons right here, Glock style takedown, boom, very slick and easy. What did I miss on her? Got a lanyard holder in the handle. I can't wait to shoot this thing at the range. And like I said, the holster, we're going to give you a full separate review on the holster system itself. So the Canik TP-9 DA, I'm very impressed with it. We're going to see how it runs. It already fits in the universal holster, which you're going to see on the next video. We're going to talk about printing, and we're going to talk a little bit about the stealth operator inside the waistband holster on the next Blacksheep. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help me out with the logarithm, and thanks for watching here on the Blacksheep channel.